everyone, Axiom666 here. You're a hillbilly in Japan, coming at you with some more of that Back for Blood content. Before we get into that, first and foremost, I am a Twitch streamer. I stream 4 days a week. The link is on the screen right there. Make sure you guys swing by, check out the content, have a good time. So, like I was saying, got some Back for Blood content for you today. Something simple, just like I did the sniper deck a few weeks ago. Nothing crazy, out of the box thing or anything like that. Just something for you guys to play with. I'm gonna go with an LMG deck today. So LMGs kind of serve two roles. I mean, they're good for horde clearing or horde management, and they're also good at killing specials. You can specialize in either or you can just kind of specialize in just killing specials, and then you can easily fill in if horde management is needed. It's a pretty versatile weapon. Really good weapons. They're a lot stronger than I thought they were when I first played the game. I used to hate them and got into playing them a lot. I've gotten to where I like LMGs quite a bit. I like its versatility. I really do. You know, it's kind of like an AR, but does better sustained damage, and you can also kind of build it like a sniper at the same time. It's just a nice little versatile mix. But enough of me running my mouth. Let's get over and check out the build. Cool. Hey guys. Now, there is the LMG deck on the screen. If you don't want to stick around and hear the deck breakdown, go ahead, copy, paste it, whatever, throw it in your game. As usual, swing back by. So comment in the YouTube video or in the stream or on Discord. Many ways to get your feedback out there. I'll put all relevant links down in the descriptions as usual. And for those sticking around, we're going to go ahead and roll into the deck, and I will explain the cards I'm using. Alright, so first and foremost, it's starting to become a normal thing for me. Share the Wealth. Don't really need to touch on this. My economy card of choice. Moving on. Admin Reload. Okay, so when it comes to LMGs, there's two sides of the fence. You either build up reload and do natural reload on your LMG, or you do what I like to call, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw both these cards on the screen. Just like that. And Admin Reload and Wide Mouth Magwell little combo. They go well with each other. It does speed up the Admin Reload quite nicely, especially for an LMG, to where, you know, your LMG won't be really reloading forever when you have it towed, whatever. And at the same time, wide mouth affects whatever weapon you happen to be using. So in this case, a pistol. So you can use your pistol, and especially if you don't need your LMG at the time, you can just use your pistol and just naturally reload it, 30% reload. It's pretty nice for a pistol, especially if you can get a hold of reload mag. Suffices pretty well. I had thought about changing Wide Mouth Magwell to Ammo Belt for more ammo. It is an option. It is something you can try. I may play around with it in the future. That's only 15% reload. I don't know how I feel about losing that extra 15 on the pistol. And I don't know, but 50% ammo is a little hard not to be enticed by. But just my little 2 cents. It might be worth something trying if you like going the way of having more ammo. But regardless, let's move on. Steady aim. Some people like it, some people don't. I like it in an LMG deck. I know some LMGers, they tend to tilt towards finding the anchor. I don't like to be dependent on looking for a particular legendary attachment, because sometimes your RNG just kind of takes a crap on you and you don't find anything you're looking for. So steady aim is really good. Every 0.75 seconds you aim down sights gives 10% recoil control up to 3 stacks. So that's 30% recoil control. LMGs have a bit of a kick, especially, I mean, you could fire in shorter bursts. Kind of defeats the purpose if you're shooting at a special. You kind of want to bring it down as fast as possible. So screw the whole burst firing thing. Lay into that trigger and let them have it. Steady aim lets you do that. On top of that, it gives you 80% aim speed. This is an ADS LMG deck. I know some people do no ADS LMG decks, just shoot from the hip. Those decks tend to be more for horde clearing instead of killing specials. But this is an ADS one. And the minus 50% ADS move speed, I don't worry about that so much. I don't move around a lot when I'm using guns, especially LMG. It's already kind of a lower weapon as it is. Ooh, I don't really care about that, honestly. It's just my playstyle. I don't care. Moving on. Ammo Mule. First of our ammo cards. This is the biggest ammo card out there. Actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and throw the two ammo cards on the screen. We got Ammo Mule and Tactical Vest. Ammo Mule, as it says, pretty simple. 75% ammo capacity, minus 5% move speed. And you take a 5% move speed hit. Not a big deal. Doesn't affect sprint. Meh. That 75% ammo capacity is really nice, especially for an LMG. Gives you a nice pile of ammo. Following that up with Tactical Vest, which is another 30% rifle ammo, which is really nice. So all in all, that's what, 105%? Not bad. Then on top of that, Tactical Vest also gives you 10% damage with assault rifles and LMGs. So it's also a damage card, which never hurts. But that is the ammo capacity cards we have in this deck. All right, moving on. Line them up. I like Line 'em Up. It is a pretty good card. I can't fit it into a lot of decks, but it is a good card. 10% effective bullet range, 15% recoil control, 25% bullet pen, and 25% aim speed. All really useful stats. So, in a combination with Line 'em Up and Steady Aim, that puts you at 45% recoil control. That's pretty nice, because if you do happen to find the blue can of whoop ass, it has a negative 40% recoil control on it. Well, Line 'em Up and Steady Aim allows you to counter that. Actually, you'll actually gain 5% recoil control. Now, that just happens to be a plus to it. It is nice that if you do find the blue can of whoop ass, this deck doesn't care so much about the negative 40% recoil control. You can still operate without it. And then if you happen to find the gold one later on, awesome. Bob's your uncle. And then, of course, the aim speed never hurts. Bullet pen doesn't hurt. The only problem with this one is, because the next card, we'll go ahead and move on to the next card, and I'll touch on this a little bit more. Silver Bullets, another damage card, right? 10% bullet damage, plus 15% effective bullet range. So with a combination of Silver Bullets and Line 'em Up, that's what? I think Line 'em Up was plus 10. So what? That's plus 25% effective bullet range? Yeah, that's right. Which is great, unless you find, the spray and pray. I mean, but that, like I said, don't build your decks around finding or not finding certain attachments. It does neglect the fact that you won't get any benefit from the effective range. Is what it is. What if you don't find a spray and pray? What if you find metal bite? Well, all of a sudden the bullet pin, you have Line 'em Up, is useless. Tomatoes, tomatoes. Still a good card. Plus you still get the 10% bullet damage. Alright, moving on. Glass cannon. Gotta have glass cannon in there. If you're a gun DPS deck, gotta have glass cannon. I mean, you can't scoff at that damage. Plus 25% damage, multiplicative as usual, minus 30% health. You get used to it. Great card, highly recommend for any DPS deck. I've said it before. Get used to having the minus 30% health. Don't try to counter it. It's like a band-aid, just rip it off. Get used to it. It's not that bad. Moving on, Confident Killer. Another really good solid card. Bit of a build-up, obviously. Gotta kill those 15 mutations to get that 15% extra bullet damage, or not bullet damage, damage to the end of the level. Really good card. Bit of a wind-up. It's not a big deal, especially if you're playing in No Hope or even Nightmare. Plenty of mutations to build that up. You get to 15 really quickly. Good card. Patient Hunter. Patient Hunter is a dream on LMGs. Because it has such a big mag, and you're aimed down the sights, you're going to get a lot of value out of Patient Hunter. Because you'll be aiming down sights way longer after this is even fully stacked. So you'll get a lot of benefit out of that 30% bullet damage. Really good card on an ADS LMG. I would never leave home without it. Alright, moving on. Large caliber rounds. Another really good one. 7.5% bullet damage, 200% bullet pen. There again, if you do get the all bite, it does defeat the whole purpose of the 200%. But like I said, don't build your decks around legendaries attachments. If it happens, it happens. But at least you're gaining tons of damage from the all bite. Plus, you still get the 7.5% bullet damage. Damage is damage. Still a good card. All right, moving on. Okay, so now we got our 2 weak spot damage cards. We'll go ahead and toss those on the screen. Might as well. Just touch about both of them. So first is Hyper Focused, which is the big weak spot bad boy on the block. Plus 50% weak spot damage. There again, minus 40% move speed while shooting. So if you do remember, Steady Aim gives you minus 50% and Hyper Focus gives you minus 40. You will not move fast when you're ADSing on this deck. A lot of people stray away from that. It's not a big deal. It's really not. You have to remember, as soon as you stop shooting, it instantaneously turns off. There's no like delay or like countdown from there. As soon as you stop shooting, you can move fast again. So it's not a big deal. Unless you plan on being some fast type SMG deck, there's always aiming down sights and trying to move around really fast while firing, which is kind of gone the way of the dinosaur in the current meta. ADS speed while moving is not that big a deal. So this deck does have minus 90% ADS speed while shooting. Not a big deal. It's really not. But 50% weak spot, can't go on without it. All right, next, which is already on the screen, Reckless Strategy. This one's nice. I thought about going with Ridden Slayer, but minus 5% damage resist. Who cares? You'd be fine. You don't have a lot of minus damage resist cards in there anyways, and it's an extra 10% weak spot damage as opposed to Ridden Slayer being 10% less. Reckless Strategy, like I said, 30% weak spot damage. So all in all, we're looking at what, 80% weak spot damage. It's not bad. It's not super focused in a weak spot, so that you are doing that thing. It's not focused into weak spot damage. I used to have an LMG deck that does that. I don't recommend it because then you're very reliant on weak spots. So I cut out a lot of the weak spot damage and went more damage. Same with the thing I did with my sniper. Makes it a lot more user friendly. You're not, like I said, you're not reliant on those weak spots, and you still do tons of damage even if you're hitting the body. You do hit the weak spot. It's just that extra cookie, the extra cherry on top. You kill the enemy that much faster. So 80 cents, nice. If you find any other cards out there in card shrines, cool. Extra gravy for the damage. And finally, as you all know, one of my favorite cards, Well Rested. I tend to always try to get Well Rested in there in any deck I make. There's a few out there where I just can't. But I really liked Well Rested. The 20% team overheal and the 5% team healing efficiency is really good. I mean, it helps docks, it helps melee. If there happens to even just be one more on the team, 40% overheal is nice. I mean, if you're the only one running Well Rested, you won't see a lot of value out of it. But if one other person on the team has it, you start getting value at it. 40% team overheal is not bad. And then it's also 10% team healing efficiency if you have two. Well, that all goes to the dock, right? It's really beneficial. If you do happen to have a melee in your team, we will thank you for that 40% team overheal because it affects all their health restoration melee cards and turning them into temp health. One of the strongest cards in the game. I highly support teams putting more value in it and putting it into their decks. It's really good. Strong. So folks, that is the LMG deck. Like I said, pretty basic. Nothing crazy, nothing out of the box. It's just some damage cards, some ammo cards, and some quality of life cards. A little bit of reload. Very standard. Nothing crazy. Very balanced. Works out really well. Used it in No Hope many times. Never had any problems with it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Like I said before, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Give me an idea what kind of LMG decks you use. And maybe I overlooked something. Give me some ideas. But until next time, folks, happy gaming. Keep drinking that Kool-Aid. And peace.